anybody could do some real damage to the world, it's our heavily armed, paranoid government, not the guy with a pipe bomb made of jello. In fact, I say that currently the most deadly, dangerous, violent, destructive fuckers in the world are governments. I say we should be watching them, recording their phone calls and following their movements. I say we strap the CCTV cameras to their heads. That's a show I'd watch. You know those shows, here's somebody crashing their motorcycle. How boring. How about Obama eating Michelle's pussy? I'd watch that. I'd watch Obama phoning up the Israelis to order a fake nuclear attack on themselves so they can justify invading Iran. I'd watch that. I'd watch Obama phoning up North Korea. Yeah, can you do one of those fake nuke things again? I'd watch that. How about we read their emails as well? Here's one of our leaders' emails. They've been invited to a secret meeting with a few wealthy bankers to discuss their next paycheck. To discuss debt slavery and the one world government. Oh, and here's one from Israel asking if they can have some more guns. Like they need any more. You know, for a small country, Israel's really heavily armed. Really, what the fuck are they afraid of? But I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a coincidence theorist. For instance, it's just a coincidence that when Diana and Dodi were murdered in Paris, all of the CCTV following their car through Paris didn't work. That's just a coincidence. 32 cameras of one of the world's most sophisticated electronic CCTV surveillance systems that during the World Cup the year before could track a football thug from a coastal port to a Paris hooker's bedroom. Yes, none of those cameras worked. Every time you see, and watch for this, next time you see anything to do with Di and Dodi on the television, you will see the following two clips of footage. Di and Dodi in the lift, and the footage where they're leaving at the back door. Bye, I'm just off to shag Diana at me flat. Then, nothing. Not one single frame. Has anybody seen a single frame of video CCTV footage of them in Paris? No, but it does exist, or it did. But sadly the cameras didn't work or the tapes went missing. But that's not a conspiracy. That's just a coincidence. It's only a conspiracy if somebody broke the cameras or made the tapes disappear. If it happens by accident, that's just a coincidence. Like on 9/11. There's quite a few coincidences about 9/11, and perhaps tonight hasn't got the time to go into them all, but the one I'd like to go into is all the buildings that collapsed on 9/11 belonged to the same man. Jeez, what an unlucky day. Really, what a bummer. You've just purchased 3 of New York's biggest skyscrapers, yeah? Picture the scene. I'd like to buy these skyscrapers. Cool, because do you know what? Every single one of these skyscrapers has just been condemned because of the asbestos in it. So it's really good that you've turned up to buy these buildings. Yeah, I know they've got asbestos in them because I built them. No way. You built them? Yeah, I built these buildings. And you want to buy them off us? Even though we've condemned them? Yeah. You do know we're going to charge you hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to clean up the asbestos. Well, I think I'll still make on the deal. Cool, the buildings are yours. You can have them for the knockdown price of $15 million. Fantastic, thank you very much. Next day, he pops into an insurance company and says, I'd like to insure these buildings I just bought for, say $7 billion against terrorists flying aeroplanes into them next Tuesday. I mean, sometime in the future. And so he does. He buys these buildings for $15 million, insures them for $7 billion, and lo and behold, 4 weeks later, terrorists fly planes into them. Jeez, how unlucky. Try that with your car. Let me know how you get on. Hello? Yeah, I'm just phoning up about my BMW. I bought it 2 weeks ago and I insured it against terrorist attack. Dude, you're not gonna believe this. The fuckers, they flew a plane right into it, yeah. Can I have my $7 billion? Let me know how you get on with that. Anyway, 9/11, interesting as it was, and for many people, shocking revelation that our government are lying, murdering scum and will do anything to maintain their control over us. We weren't free before 9/11. There's a lot of people in the world going, gee, 9/11, our government are treating us like slaves. Where were you for the 100 years before that, or even longer? In this country, Were we free when we were standing up for the Queen's song? Na 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 na. Were we free? Were we free when they were putting us in the workhouse as late as 1948? That's right, folks, 1948. No job, no money, off to the workhouse. You know what they do in the workhouse? They make you work so that you can be kept alive. It's pretty much like now without Sky TV. Because now you have to work to stay alive, but at least you get to go shopping and watch shit on television. If you thought we were free before 9/11, were you paying attention as the factories of China, filled with economic slaves, which we kept going by buying their shit for 20 years. Recently we had the anniversary of Tiananmen Square. Did anybody see that on television? The anniversary of Tiananmen Square? Business celebrated by congratulating us for ignoring it for 20 years and continuing to buy their shit. The Chinese government thanked us publicly. Thank you, the West. Thank you for buying our shit and keeping us in donuts for 20 years, even though we're murdering scum in charge of the biggest tyranny the planet has ever seen. Hitler never dreamed. Hitler, in his wildest imagination, never dreamt that the Third Reich, the fourth one will be along shortly, would command such resources or oppress so many people. And he certainly never dreamed that we would help by buying his televisions, which is basically what we're doing. Oh, what a terrible tyranny! 1 billion people under economic oppression. Yeah, great tellies though, isn't it? Mine was only 19999, which is cheaper than my last telly, which broke. Yes, a small group of evil people are trying to take control of the planet from the small group of evil people who control the planet already. New World Order, fuck that shit. It's the same old world order. It's the same people, the same liars, the same killers, the same thieving, murdering scum, and the same mumbo-jumbo voodoo nonsense gods as ever. Teenagers didn't invent partying and taking drugs, you know, although they often think they did. Oh, Dad, you didn't take drugs and party and get down. We invented that. And the 21st century didn't invent small groups of people ruling over large groups of other people. And neither are these small groups of people magical and or invested with superpowers. Like, you know, you see these videos and there's the symbols of the Masons and the rituals of the Illuminati and the shape-shifting alien god connection. They're just people. They're just rich, powerful, evil, murdering fucking people. There's nothing superhuman about them. They're just getting laid in exotic ways, and they have lots of money. So a small group of wealthy banking families rule the world. So what? Big news, tell me something I don't know. And there's nothing glamorous or magical about it. I'd rather they just came out and said so. Wouldn't it be refreshing if they just came out and said so? I'm insulted by the shit they want me to believe. I really am. The Romans never bothered with this shit. When the Romans turn up in your country, boom, hi, we're the Romans. We're gonna kill you, run your country. If you don't like it, tough. That's nice, isn't that nice and honest? That would be refreshing. I would like that. The thing is, about the world at the moment, no matter what you may think about compelling evidence you may have about the tyranny and the oppression, and you may think that if you had more compelling evidence, you would be able to convince more people and, in terms, wake people up. You may have heard this phrase frequently. We're going to wake people up. Wake up, people. Like if you had a video of Dick Cheney, remote control in hand, flying planes into the World Trade Centers, and you posted it on YouTube, the whole world would go, fuck, they're right. Dick Cheney flew the planes by remote control, and he's yelling, woohoo! Still wouldn't make any difference, because it's not for the lack of compelling evidence that people don't give a shit. They just don't give a shit. I'm sure that intellectually, going on in the back of people's heads, there's a little voice going, you know, it's all a load of shit, don't you? Yeah, shh, 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 football's on, shh, stop that, stop that. People have got beer in the fridge, football on the telly, a nice car, chicken to eat, and when they take a shit, it disappears and they don't have to think about it. Now, you can't fight that shit. That's fucking really hard to fight. When you tell people that there's going to be change, yeah, oh, fucking the oppressive New World Order is going to be fought and replaced, they're scared you're going to take away their beer, chicken, and football. So they instantly go, oh, sure, no, we won't do any of that. Go back to work. Maybe the New World Order are the goodies. You know, what have they ever done for us? Apart from washing machines, cold beer, television, the internet, computers, the Hubble Space Telescope, that's pretty good. I think I could live with the third world being economic slaves to provide me with those things in my gilded cage. It's not like they ask much of me. Ignorance, servitude, taxation, they do provide the illusion of freedom. It's called choice. I can choose pizza with, cheese, pizza with pepperoni, ice cream with vanilla, ice cream with chocolate. Let's just kick back, choose our favorite ice cream, and let the peasant fucks die. Anyway, it's all happening in a country far away. Do I really have to give a fuck? I thank you. This has been the fucking news, and now the weather. The planet's fucked, it's your fault, and it's getting worse. Have a nice weekend. Thank you.